Guys, I had to spice that because I'm a mama with teenage kids that act like they 5 and 2. So I had to cut that video right there. But I'm back again where we were talking about them being these cards here being in reverse. But I put them upright. But I'm gonna put them back the way they were. Man holding a coin, because in reverse he is not holding a coin. Doors of romance are not really open, and man holding your heart, nope, not no more. So the tarot cards that came out, I have the Eight of Cups, a need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities, leaving home. I have the Seven of Pentacles, seeds well planted, efforts efforts are investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience, a time for resting, and planning for the future. Unnecessary worry. And we have the High Priestess here. Yes. Meditate and turn inward to discover your soul true's desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. So these are the cards that I pulled. And I'm going to start out with what I wrote here about karmic relationships are different than a soulmate or a twin flame. And how you know that they're different, because they are far more intense than a soulmate or a twin flame relationship. Not saying that soulmate and twin flames don't go at it and have it, but about to say whatever, you know, they do too. But it is different in a karmic relationship. And people often confuse the karmic partners with soulmates. I got my notes here, guys, so I can stay on task, because I will squirrel. I have the tendency to squirrel and be over here when I'm supposed to be right here. So that's why I have these notes here to keep me on task. Alrighty. But yes, a lot of you guys confuse karmic relationship or karmic partners with that they're your soulmate, and really they're not the same. Karmic relationships are true. They are here to teach you about the world and the others in this world. Soulmates help you learn from your self-worth. That's the difference between a karmic and a soulmate. A soulmate helps you from heart here. They're not going to come to say, okay, all I want to do is just come take all your money with this man here holding the pinnacle in reverse, because that's what they did. And I'm just going to trample all over your heart. They're not here for that. A soulmate is different. And a lot of y'all calling soulmates, when really these are karmic people that are here to teach you a lesson about loving your own self. You're the High Priestess. And you know these things. You know this stuff. You guys know this stuff. But we want love so bad, and to be loved by others so bad. We're forgetting to love ourselves. We're leaving ourselves out. We're cutting ourselves out. And soulmates make you feel like there's a balance and like you're happy in the relationship. You feel happiness from a soulmate in a twin flame relationship. If you're not feeling a balance going on, like a reciprocation, I'm giving you love, you giving me love back, it's karmic. That's karmic. Just in case you don't know, that's karmic. And again, we go back to the purpose of a karmic relationship is to teach you something in this lifetime. The most important thing you need to learn from a karmic relationship is that your soul has chosen to learn this lesson. Did y'all know that? Yeah, you chose to do that. You chose to learn that lesson. For the advancement in your enlightenment and your understanding. You evolved here to know some of the things we're going through. We knew our soul signed up for these contracts to do these things. Basically, it's nothing you can do about some of these karmic relationships you get in. You can do something about it, but I'm saying it is here for you to learn. If you had not learned, if you've been in one That started out with he taking your money all the time, not doing nothing to help you, not there emotionally as well as physically. Then you get out of that, then you go jump into another one that mirrors almost pretty much the same as the next one. You're in a karmic cycle. You're in a karmic cycle relationship, and your soul is telling you you'll learn after a while. You'll learn. You'll get out of this cycle, or you're gonna keep going through. And what it's all trying to lead you back to is this high priestess place. You're in tune. Come back to self. Into self. Remember, your soul provides karmic experiences. You got to know that. Our soul signed up for some of these things, for us to experience these experiences that we come back here for. So be aware that sometimes you may receive lessons, and sometimes you are, yeah, sometimes we are the ones giving the lessons in karmic, and then sometimes we're receiving the karmic lessons. It's all about what your soul signed up for. That's what you signed up for. But we have free will. We still have free will. And it does. Because your soul signed up for a lot of these things. It does require great strength sometimes to break away from these situations. It does. Because it's a very intense connection when you with a karmic. It's intense. And they always, most always, is like a victim or victimizer situation, or a codependency kind of situation. And you know what codependency means. You needing them either financially, you're needing them, and you know they're karmic. They're not fulfilling anything with the reciprocation of love. You give love, they give love. You're happy, they're happy. No. That's how you know that's karmic. Karmic. Karmic, karmic. These are cycles which are destructive behaviors. It's basically, yes, a dysfunctional kind of love. Love dysfunction. Best way to move forward, you got to recognize these lessons. Put your focus back on your self-worth. Back on you. Back on you. So your romantic doors can open again. And not be in reverse like that. And remember over here, if this is not resonating, or if you don't like, we vibe, good vibes over here. Nothing but good vibes. I am coming nothing but from a place of heart and love. Speaking on experience, because I've done, got t-shirts, can write several chapters to many, many books and novels about karmic relationships. I'm not no expert relationship, whatever, never been to school or nothing, but experience is always the best teacher ever. Okay, moving on. If a relationship is born out of conflict, it's most likely going to end in conflict. If y'all, in the beginning, it started out that way, and it was a codependency in the beginning, and you see this person not even trying to get out of the codependency, they'll continue to feed in to the cash cow or whoever it is. And this could be vice versa. If it's the male, this is happening to you, because we know we got karmic women and we got karmic men. I'm not leaving nobody out of this here. Nobody. This is for all. This message is for all, because we got far too many, like I said, tarot readers is just reading about the karmic relationship after karmic relationship after just one after one after one, and nobody is telling y'all how to break these cycles, how to get out of these things, how not to get into these things. I'm here to raise the frequency and the conscious level of this planet. That is what I chose to come back here to do, I reckon. But anyway, moving along. And once you break out of these karmic cycles from these people, you got to allow yourself some time to heal. Healing is the biggest process and will probably be the hardest process. There will be a lot of purging. You're going to do a lot of crying. You're going to do a lot of self-doubt, depressed, all of that to get out of that cycle. You got to break it. You got to break the cycle. Break it. Just break it. That's what you're going to do. Just break it. And allow yourself that time to really just feel the situation. in here, because we're moving into the age of Aquarius, where we're moving more into our heart chakra, more right brain thinking, which is the spiritual side of our brains, and not more of the left brain thinking, which is the logic side, trying to figure out stuff and how to put this together and how I'm gonna make him like me and why he not doing it. You know, the list goes on. And therefore, my next thing to move along to, please do not rush into another relationship. Y'all jump out of karmic after karmic after karmic after karmic, from one to the next to the next. And all it's doing is stripping your self-worth more and more and more, depressing you. May make you just become just a promiscuous person that just out there, from Harry, Tom, Susan, Helen. And I'm just calling names because I don't know who people names. Them just the names I'm just calling, okay? Moving along. Do not rush into another relationship. You're gonna fall right back into the same, what I was just saying. That's what, this is my writing, but this is not my saying. These are not my words. This is research I've done myself, that all of y'all can do yourself and look up online. Look up what karmic relationships are, what they consist of, what are the symptoms. What I'll be wanting to know stuff like that, because I'm just seeing far too many of these readers. That's all they reading about, and I mean, it's an illumination. It's an illumination on these karmic relationships now. Spirit said it's too much. Somebody needs to tell y'all how to break these cycles so we can start. We're moving into the Aquarius, the heart chakra. We're moving into the age of love now. We need to have more love readings. I'll read a relationship Vic terms and whatever it's saying, whatever the card say. I'm gonna read to you what it say. But you best believe I'm always coming from my heart chakra, like, wow, bruh, sis, you know, come on, get it together. Break these cycles. Stop these cycles. Karmic cycles raise karmic kids, and then it just goes on, generational things. So we gotta know, we be back here, we evolved back here to get this right this time. Get it right, get it right. Yeah, and I agree. You have to do some people have to do symbolically stuff. You may have to do symbolically a cord cutting service, where you literally putting a physical cord together, tying a knot in it, to tie it together however you want to do it. I'm just speculating. This is how I would do it if I'm breaking my karmic tie. Not saying I had to do that, but if I had to do that, that's what I would do. Tie it and write whatever words. You can burn it. I'm just speaking. This is what Spirit say. Just speak. I'm just speaking, speculating, not telling nobody what to do and how you're gonna break your ties from people. Everybody have their own way of doing stuff. But yeah, I would symbolically get a cord, tied in a knot, and I would really put one knot on this end and one knot on that end, and leave the center open. And the knot symbolize, and you can even write that person's name on that side on a piece of paper or something or whatever. And just say a little ritual over it. I'm cutting all ties. Because Spirit is hearing you. Your higher self is hearing you. We got to break and cut these cycles out, y'all. When you cut the cord and you learn your lesson, that is when you know you have learned your lesson from that. When you break free from that karmic bond forever. And the good news is that if you've experienced the hardships of relationships, know that it's time to learn from each mistake that you've made, from each and every one. I don't care how many you went through. A little part of it and a little piece of it, you should have learned something going forth into the next one that I'm not going to do. But now if you're not learning it and you're repeating these cycles, we're going to keep getting these readings. My tarot readers are going to keep reading y'all with these karmic relationships. But your higher self is not in alignment with that. No, it's not. You're not learning the lesson you were sent back here to do. You're not. You're repeating karmic cycles over and over and over, and you're going to keep what I call my favorite word for reincarnation. You're going to be recycled. Okay, moving on. Try not to draw from a place of anger or blame, but take the responsibility for your actions and roles in the relationship. Because you played some part in this karmic relationship. You did. They ain't all fault on that person. You played your part and role in this too. You thought you was gonna escape, so no, you're not. You got to bring back balance to your life, and this is for those who are wanting to get out of karmic relationships and understand why you're in them and why they happen or whatever. This is not throat chakra. I'm gonna get this out. Signs that you're in a karmic relationship. There's a repeated pattern. They're selfish, they're addictive, and they are very controlling. Very controlling. I don't know why I'm saying and repeating that. Because it's a power struggle sometimes. But I'm hearing you got to set boundaries with some karmic people. You got to set your boundaries. And if you, once you reach this boundary right here, once you come this far, we are over. Don't let them cross over that. Once they cross over that, that's in the point. To me, you're taking my kind gestures of love offerings I've been giving you, taking them as I'm a weak person at. That's what I take it as. So with karmics, you gotta set boundaries. And once they cross over those boundaries, you have a tolerance level that you're gonna take. Don't just keep taking it. Don't just keep repeating it. And then once you do get out of it, once they pass over that boundary and you're done with it, learn from that. What did you learn from that? Did you learn anything from that? Or are you going to pick another one up just like that? Another person that you're going to allow to hold your heart. Wow, I'm only 17 minutes in. Jeez. I did good with my time. So I'm going to end that right there, because next I'm going to come back about the roller coasters of emotions and all kind of other stuff. And I'm going to pull these cards, because these were the cards I pulled for this message. I'm going to see what message Spirit has for my next reading on karmics. This is still going to be a continuation of karmics and how y'all can get out of these relationships, and how these readers can start. Y'all can give them a break, because I know they tired of reading about y'all karmic. I know they tired. I'm tired of hearing about y'all and y'all karmics. So it's time for somebody to start telling y'all how to get out of it and stay out of it if you want to. It's free will. It's free will. It is free will. Just know that. Ain't nobody over here making you do nothing. Just educating people, raising the conscious level, raising the frequency of this planet. That's all I'm here to do. All right. Peace, love, and light to you guys. See you later.